Mixing on myMix is very simple. It's a matter of pushing and turning the jog wheel and paying attention to the buttons on the right side of the unit and how their functions change based on the screen that you're in. On the main mix screen, the 4 function buttons are Master Volume, Channel Solo, Channel Mute, and Settings. Selecting the Master Volume function allows you to turn the mix up or down while retaining the proportions of the mix that you've created. So this controls the overall output level of your stereo mix. Within this function screen, you also have the option of zeroing out the mix. That means that you bring all channels down to 0 volume, center pan, 0 effect send, and center tone. myMix will ask you if you're sure that this is what you want to do, as there's no undo function on myMix, so make sure that you're absolutely certain that you want to zero the mix before you hit yes. Selecting the back button brings you back to the main mix screen, which means you can then mix individual channels separately. To adjust an individual channel, simply scroll with the jog wheel to the channel, press the jog wheel to select it, and you'll see the volume bar come up. You can then use the jog wheel to either raise or lower the volume level of that particular channel. You'll also see that the function buttons on the right-hand side of the screen have changed. These reflect the individual values of that particular channel for tone, effect, and pan. By selecting the tone button, you can adjust the treble or bass of that particular channel. We like to say it's like a car stereo. You're turning up treble, high end, or you're turning up bass or low end. By selecting the effect function button, you're selecting how much of that channel you're sending into the effect on that particular myMix. The effects section works basically like having a single effect unit with a return always at 100% and having an aux send on every channel. You can select one effect to use as your global effect, and that's available in the settings menu under effects. myMix comes with a default of a large hall setting. Selecting the pan function allows you to place that signal anywhere you want in the stereo field. If you're just using one single output, you can just leave it centered and it will come out as a mono signal. If it's a stereo signal that you're adjusting, you'll see that that pan function becomes a balance function and operates just like the balance control on a stereo system. To go back to the main mix screen, simply press the jog wheel. Or you can leave the channel section alone and myMix will eventually time out and go back to the main mix screen. The default setting for the timeout is 5 seconds, so after 5 seconds of inactivity on the channel screen, myMix will automatically default back to the main mix screen. You can adjust the amount of time it takes for the activity timeout on the Preferences menu, from 1 second to 20 seconds. On the main mix screen, you also have Channel Solo and Channel Mute function buttons. Simply scroll to the channel that you want to solo and press the Solo function button. You can do this on several channels simply by scrolling to the channel and pressing the solo function. You can also do this with the mute function. If you have several channels soloed and you want to clear all solos, hold down the solo function button for 4 seconds and it will clear all solos. You can also do the same thing for the mute function button. Simply hold the mute function button for 4 seconds and it will clear all mutes. The large mute button on the lower left-hand side of the unit mutes both the line level and headphone outputs simultaneously. This just mutes your outputs and no one else's. This is great if you're taking a set break or you simply want to mute the output from your headphones, in-ear monitors, or wedges.